First time I ever had relationship problems, I was 21. Went on vacation with my spouse at the time, and we were having some problems with her finding out that I was a drug addict at the time. She wasn't happy about that. We went on vacation to Calgary with a rental vehicle and the kids, and her friend from college, they were from Hong Kong. She knew them before me. Their mother said that they would take care of the kids and we could go out on the night in the town with her son and one of Crystal's other Asian friends. And we had a good night, I thought. We were drinking, everything went smoothly. And then that night when we came back to pick up the kids, as I was buckling the kids into the SUV, I was unaware that Crystal and her friends had been plotting to get me and end me because I was a drug addict, and I think I'd pre-dug a hole, that's what I found out. And as I was buckling up the kids, one of them came up behind me with a spade shovel, tried decapitating me. I ducked, they hit the vehicle, I jumped up, they tried hitting me again, and the other one came, I ran, and the guy chased me, full tilt. And right when he was about to hit me again, I just stopped and put my leg out and he tripped. I grabbed the shovel from him, he fell down, I got over top of him, I said, "What the fuck are you doing?" And he was kind of drunk, that's probably why I was faster than him. He just kind of begged for me not to hit him, and then I noticed all the people in their houses were coming out, and I was under a streetlight, so I just pretended everything was fine, helped them up, and walked them back to the vehicle, and they all looked spooked, and I had the shovel, and the guy's mom was there, and I said, "Maybe you should take your son and put him to sleep." So they all just kind of took it easy, and they left, and Crystal and I got in the vehicle, and I started driving, and I said, "The hell was that about?" She goes, "Oh, I don't know. And on the edge of town, when we were getting gas, all of a sudden, as I'm gassing up the vehicle, I put the thing in the pump. So I'm walking around the front of the vehicle. Crystal jumps in the driver's seat, runs me over with the vehicle. I'm hanging onto the hood. She drives me up to 20 kilometers an hour and stops, hits the brakes, and I go rolling down the street. And then she sits there. I get up. I said, "What the fuck are you doing?" She goes, "Get in the vehicle. Let's go." So I get in the vehicle. I said, "Why'd you try running me down?" "Because you're a junkie," she says. "That's probably why my friends did that." And then she told me that she conferred with them about all the problems I had caused her because I'm a drug addict, and that's why they did what they did. It didn't work out. I just thought to myself, how am I supposed to accept? It was so far beyond anything I could understand someone doing to somebody, trying to kill them because you're a drug addict, that I just somehow swept it under my own carpet. And years later, we got back together, so I split up with her that day. She convinced me that I just get clean and everything will be fine. And then that was the beginning of having, a few more times over our lives. It's she used to beat me up every now and again. And one day I came home and she was trying to beat me up, and I said enough. I shoved her and shoved her down and said, "Fucking leave me alone." I went upstairs, tried going to bed. She woke me up. She says, give me the keys to the vehicle. I want to go out partying. You take care of the kids." I said, "Sure." I gave her the keys. She goes to the neighbor's house, starts partying with them, tells them that I shoved her. She goes, "Oh, he can't lay a hand on you. Phone the cops on him." She didn't know that she had broken my nose and went after me with ice chippers and smashed up 2 of my vehicles with hammers at different times because I was late coming home. And, in front of the kids even, cops come, arrest me, put me in jail for shoving her. She goes to court, "Oh yeah, it was terrible. He shoved me by the neck." And yeah, I got 30 days or something like that. And then after that, I got out and just never went around her. She tried getting me to interact with her, but I wouldn't. And she'd been phoning all my family, telling them about making the story way worse, And as the years went on, it just got worse and worse to the point where she's like, "Oh yeah, he used to keep me captive at the place and wouldn't let me go." And how the fuck are you coming up with these ridiculous stories? I said, "I worked 24 and 4. I was only home 4 days a month, and I flew out to work. I wasn't around. How would anybody be able to keep you hostage anywhere for months and months on end, like your story's saying?" And one day she just stopped. She's like, "I don't know why I was doing that to you." She says, slandering you all over the place. She goes "I'm sorry, you were actually a pretty good husband to me." She goes, "I was just really harsh to you, and now I'm in trouble with these people." She goes, "I'm getting targeted by social workers and some crooked cop, and I think they're trying to human traffic the kids. Could you help me out?" For 8 years, I never seen her. So I said, okay. So I come to her place. where she'd been living for 8 years, and kids had been taken from her. Her family were taking care of the kids, I guess. There's still 3 of the kids living with her. And they went to their family's house on a vacation. The kids did, and me and Crystal was at the apartment by ourselves. And then all of a sudden, social workers show up and say, yeah, the kid's been apprehended from her family because of behavioral issues. She goes, oh, okay. And she goes, yeah, you guys are going to have to work to get him back, follow this regimen and program. And she goes, and you, Caleb, you're going to have to deal with your mental health issues. I said, I don't have any mental health issues that I know of. Oh, well, you better just go and get assessed because we think you have some. Well, how would you know that? I mean, I don't even know you. Who are you? She goes, I'm Brianne something. And yeah, we got some affidavits we're going to bring to you about how we assessed what's going on here. They bring these affidavits. They say that I've been living there for 8 years with Crystal and that I've been forcing her into prostitution and there's drugs in the house and shit like that and the heroin and all this other shit. I'm like, there's no drugs in this house. I haven't been living here for 8 years. I've only been here a couple of weeks. I haven't spoken to Crystal for 8 years, really. Yeah, well, that's not what me and 4 of my other associates have to say, and we're writing affidavits, and all you have to do is just go to court and we'll work with us, and you don't have nothing to worry about, So, well, yeah, you do. If forcing someone into prostitution, that's called a criminal offense, and when the family courts see that on your affidavit, they will remove me from the family court and put it in criminal court. But since it's all lies, I don't see there being an issue with that. But she goes, well, that's your story, and this is my story. And they left. I said, Crystal, that seems really odd. She goes, I know. And she said to Crystal, she goes, wasn't this how you wanted us to write it down, Crystal? Like, so you knew what was going on here. Crystal says, no, I have no idea who they are. They're lying. Oh, okay. Well, one day I'm on the phone and I'm going scrolling through it, and Crystal's Facebook comes up. And it shows me that she's been going with blocked setups, fucking telling all these people on Facebook about how I'm back in her life again and I'm torturing her and the kids and all this other shit. And I'm like, Crystal, what the fuck is this? Oh, that's nothing. I'm just making up a story. Don't look at that. What are you doing on my phone? And she puts a code on it. I'm like, you're trying to set me up here. And then I find this other thing. She had signed me up for therapy under my name, online therapy, and her as well, couples therapy. And she's talking to a therapist about how Caleb needs to deal with his violent sexual tendencies and he wants to talk about it. And then she's going as me under my profile and talking to the therapist, pretending she's me, saying, yeah, I have questions about, my interest in sexual violence and things like this. I'm like, Crystal, what the fuck is this? I checked the link of that fucking website to this therapist. It's linked to the courts of Canada. I said, you're pretending to be me online and talking about sexual violence, shit like that. You've known me since I was 19. When the fuck have I ever been sexually violent or had any interest in it? And you're fucking pretending that I do? What the fuck is that? Oh, I don't know. You're not supposed to be in there. That's my fucking personal information. This is fucking weird. I catch her on the phone one day upstairs in the bathroom talking to a lawyer saying, oh my God, yeah, I know he's been taking my phones, but I finally got to make this phone call and oh my God, he's still here. I got to hang up. I'm like, hey, are you kidding me? What the fuck are you talking to? Find out she's talking to a lawyer. I'm like, I've never taken your phone from you. You asked me to come here and help you. You had some fucking strange guy living upstairs the kids are afraid of that has alone time with them every day for an hour that we're not allowed to interfere with. Like, that was strange. And then you told me he was causing you issues. The kids are afraid of him. And he had threatened you to not talk to me about who he was, your cousin, but he's not your cousin. And I kick him out, only to find out he's an Edmonton police officer. Are you fucking kidding me? What is going on? This is a setup. She goes, you're right. These people have come upon me and they're like human traffickers and they're all involved. And the only way we're going to get out of this, she says, is if we take what we have on us now and leave town. I'm like, whoa, this is all too much. There's no way something like this is occurring. This shit don't happen. It is, she says. Well, long and short of the story is again, I'm overlooking the fact that she was setting me up again. I don't know how to fathom that somebody would do this to somebody. And I just ignore it because of it. I don't know how to process it. Well, that was the beginning of my problems. It wasn't long after that we parted company again, and I never went to any of their court cases, and I never fucking adhered to any of their plans because I just didn't feel interacting with these people was helping or beneficial to me in any way. I just went back to the west side and lived in my old place with my dad. It wasn't long after I found out my dad didn't seem to be looking out for my best interest neither. You know, he's like going out with a girl, and I know he's sleeping with her behind my back, and they're playing games with me, you know, and lying about it the whole time. And so I break up with that girlfriend, and I go out with another girl, which I'm going out with now, and it's like now I find out the same thing's happening. She's in here telling me she loves me. You know, it just occurred to me that she's doing the same thing again. They're both doing it to me again. The problem is throughout those processes, is like every now and again I'd end up getting, 3 grams of carfentanil put into me at a New Year's party one time, and I end up in the hospital in a body bag. I don't do fentanyl, you know. I'm sure it was just an accident or a coincidence, but it couldn't have been, because my friend told me 3 years in advance that this could happen on this date by this person with that drug. I just forgot, so it's like the people around me have been plotting, harassing me since I was 19 fucking years old, doing me harm, lying, sneaking. And this is just a short story. I mean, like, I'm leaving a lot of the other shit out. A lot of really bad shit out. And I don't know what I'm going to do now. I'm in my place. I'm in my apartment. I'm alone. My girlfriend's coming here again, trying to tell me that she loves me and that this is real. But it is. They're always telling me it's not real. Well, if it's not real, then how did this start happening, So anytime I meet somebody I think is going to be a friend or a decent person, it just turns out that they're just another person that's either there to poison you, to set you up for a beating, to definitely lie to you the whole time, and to definitely let you know that they're not going to stop. But so far, they haven't corrupted my thinking. I know the truth. All of it.